What is up, guys? Saxon with Good Time Gaming, and today we're going to be running down some recent changes that have been made to Payday 2 in the form of the Gage Spec Ops pack update and then the subsequent update 125. We'll start by talking about the Spec Ops pack and then end with update 125. Now, 2 days ago, a new DLC pack was released for Payday 2. The pack adds some new weapon mods for the game as well as a brand new secondary grenade launcher, which is obtained by completing side jobs, which you can view in the Safe House menu. Now, overall, most of the weapon mods that have been added are for guns that have really needed something for a very, very long time. There are a few mods here for the JP36, which you probably forgot it even existed in this game. There are a few mods for the Compact 5. There's a new sight for sniper rifles called the Box Buddy. There are 2 new magazines, one for the Crosskill and Akimbo Crosskill, and one for the Interceptor and Akimbo Interceptor. There is a reconnaissance sight, which is available on most guns. Adds basically the same things that you'd get with like the Thea, except it doesn't automatically highlight. So basically think the Thea sight from the sniper rifles, except now it's available on other things too. And there are also 2 new mods for the ISMA, which are going to make it a little bit more concealable than what we already have on there. And last but not least, we get a new shotgun barrel extension called Donald's Horizontal Leveler. This one's kind of interesting. Basically, it just makes it so that the buckshot pattern is like straight across horizontal. Kind of an interesting thing. I'm not really sure if it's worth it because, you kind of lose access to other more useful extensions. And the whole fact that, you kind of want your bullets to fly everywhere with a shotgun because that's how you get lots of kills with shotguns. But it might have its uses for some people. Not something I'll probably be using at all, but it is out there. And last but not least, I want to say something about the best part of this pack. There's a new mod called the Speed Pull Magazine, which fits a lot of submachine guns and assault rifles. The UAR, JP36, AMCAR, AMR-16, AK-5, Queen's Wrath, AK, AK-762, Golden AK-762, the Cobus, the Para, CR-805B, Mark 10 submachine gun, Krinkov, Heather submachine gun, AKIMBO, Heather submachine gun, Akimbo, Krinkov submachine gun. Blah. I got a little tongue-tied there at the end. But point is, this fits a whole lot of guns, and it's actually really nice. It basically cuts the reload time in half on most of your guns, which is pretty epic when you slap that bad boy in there. I think it's definitely needed because, honestly, assault rifles are kind of shit nowadays. I've been trying to use assault rifles here a little bit more recently just to, get away from using shotguns all the time, and I just can't do it. I just can't do it. I don't know, maybe because I'm out of practice with them, or I'm not used to having to aim. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know. But I'm not having much luck with assault rifles here lately. I feel like with the updates and stuff, they've kind of been left behind, which is kind of sad, I feel like. But, it is where we're at right now as far as Payday goes, I guess. So 13 new weapon mods added with the Spec Ops pack. I'll have a full review, a little bit more in-depth of that in probably a day or so. There's also a new grenade launcher called the ARBITER. I like this grenade launcher a whole lot. 700 damage, 18 concealment to start out with, which is pretty good. You can bump that concealment up a little bit higher, but it doesn't really matter. The big thing is that it has a magazine size of 5, and it holds 15 ammo altogether, which is pretty freaking epic. This thing is a beast, especially whenever you get Swan Song going. Like, oh my god. Like, god damn it, Obama. This is some good shit right here. The ammo pickup rate on it isn't too bad. Again, a really good secondary, something you can really fit with just about any build out there. I've been having a lot of luck here running it with a M308 primary and then using this with the secondary, and having a lot of luck with that. Ammo is pretty good on it, especially with the primary being very powerful. It's just a really nice grenade launcher. Probably better than the China Puff. It reloads fairly quickly, so that's pretty good. It's a good thing about it. But it's obtained through kind of an interesting way. You have to complete 4 side jobs, which are in the Safe House menu. If you go there and look, you have to do the Mike chemical weapons, open fire, and War of Oil side jobs. This require you to do 4 different heists, find 2 keys on said heist, and then find a weapons case. Complete all 3 of those things, you unlock the first part. You do the second part, third part, fourth part, then you get your weapons at the very end. A little bit different. I've seen kind of mixed reactions to people. Some people are like, hey, that's pretty cool, it's different. Some people are like, you know what, I paid $5, I want to play with my fucking gun. And guys, I totally, I see both sides of that argument there. I would say that I'm more in favor of the way it is right now, where you have to do the 4 different side jobs, simply because it's just different. And it's not like the same, like, okay, you bought it, now you get everything for it. I like the way we have it right now. If it was like this going forward, where like, you know, you would have to do a side job to get the weapon, but then you'd have infinite mods associated with the weapons, like the mods are specific to it, then I'd be okay with that way of doing things. I think it's better than locking it behind achievements, but that's just kind of my view. You guys let me know what you think about that. Also with the Spec Ops update, they have added 10 more skill slots and 10 more player profiles, which should now allow you guys to have a few more options going into heists and for saving your stuff in different places. I'll be honest, I'm really bad about using the player profiles. I just pretty much have the one that I stick on. I think I have my stealth one on there somewhere too, but I'm really bad about using player profiles, so I'll be totally honest about it. You can now speed run the end of a heist by holding down the spacebar at the very end, which makes it fly straight through. Super awesome, I like that a lot. The enemy flashbang is now destroyable, so whenever an enemy throws out a flashbang, you have 3 seconds to either get away from it or shoot it and explode it and destroy it on normal to overkill, then 2 seconds on mayhem, death wish, and 1 down. There's also a nice little ticking animation and a little sound on it whenever it goes off. So it's pretty cool to do it that way. I think most players, including myself, have really been just furious with the way that flashbangs have worked since forever. Like, they basically like teleport and they just go off right next to you. I feel like the cops are a little more aggressive with using them. Like, they definitely have no problem just like smoking you out, spamming you out with these flashbangs whenever you guys are kind of clustered up together. And generally, I haven't really had a whole lot of luck with trying to destroy them. Generally, what I've been trying to do is whenever I see one on the floor, trying to get some cover so it doesn't like blow up in my face and then, you know, screw me over like that. And that's about it for the Spec Ops pack update. Now, also with update 125, which came yesterday, we now have a Donald Trump mask. So we have a mask for the 45th President of the United States. Dear God, help us. So there's a standard Donald Trump mask, and there's also a mega mask, which is called God Emperor. And it's actually kind of funny if you look at the like little animations near the mask, where you can see it's like some cussing symbols and shit like that, which is pretty funny because he's kind of a bit of a vulgarian, not very presidential in his demeanor and the way he acts. So yeah, it's a nice mask to play with. You can do some really fun things with it. I'm quite pleased with what I have with mine, but feel free to show off some of your best Donald Trump masks if you've made one so far. The fire damage on Dragon's Breath rounds has increased from 10 to 100, which I didn't actually realize the fire damage on it was that low. That's really, really pathetic. Yeah, really bad. I didn't realize it was that bad. However, at 100 damage, it really still isn't worth it in my opinion. The damage is just still not there, and why wait for a damage over time effect when you could just kill them outright using a different ammo type. Because of the way that the ammo type works, you cannot combine it with suppressors, so you're going to have to use some of the loud barrel extensions, which means you're not going to be able to take advantage of Silent Killer to get the extra damage. So you're kind of losing damage to lose bullet damage anyways, but then kind of trade in some of that bullet damage for damage over time effect with fire. It's just an overcomplication. Dragon's Breath is kind of cool. Decent on lower difficulties, I guess, but I just don't see why you would use it over, you know, flechettes or buckshot any day of the week. Just don't really get it. But it's there if you guys want to take advantage of it. It's been buffed, so it's not complete and utter garbage anymore, but it's still not, you know, recommendable as far as I'm concerned. And then that will about do it, guys. There's not really anything else that has been added. Like I said, I will have a review of the Gage Spec Ops pack tomorrow, as well as a little review and rundown of the grenade launcher. So overall, guys, pretty interesting stuff been added, nothing too big. We should have a new heist coming pretty soon in the form of our yearly Christmas heist, which I'm looking forward to. And there's also some word out there, some data mine files. People have pulled together some information, and possibly the next heister might be a Hispanic guy. So good news there. But that'll about do it for this video, guys. I will see you guys in the next video. This is AKIMBO Good Time Gaming. Please remember to like, subscribe, and share if you like anything you saw today. And remember to always have a good time gaming.